Welcome to Ectra Stock Market Training Academy. I'm TR Arun Rajan. I'm going to present to you the weekly roundup of the stock market. Let us have a glance about the stock market happening in the last 1 week. Also, we will look into the important area of the stock market. Particularly, we'll be covering the world indices, sectoral indices, also Nifty, IVIX, FIADA conditions, stock market, the behavior. Also, some stocks we'll also look into, and the market trend, and we'll also look into the futures live market analysis at 11 o'clock. Also, you can put on your queries. Let us have a glance. Last week, the market actually ended up with sharply on the upward momentum, and particularly just I'm taking you some of the data here, that is the PE data and price to book value, also dividend yield. All these three data are showing us the numbers. What you see here, this is the Nifty's PE ratio, currently quoting at 32.63, and now actually it is gradually hovering around the 32 to 33 area, which is generally called as a very costly area. Price to book also we are looking into 3.18 to 3.23. This is the area which is hovering around. That is also showing us some costly situation of the market. This is a general scenario. I'm just giving you as an indication. We will also discuss in detail about the individual indices. Before that, we'll have a glance about the world indices, particularly when you take the US market. US market ended up in the end of the week with the Dow Jones losing say about 0.48%, S&P 500 losing 0.96%, and Nasdaq minus 2.2%. These are the last week happening. Also, if you look into the European markets, the DAX was losing 0.33%, and FTSE, the England index, gained 0.39%, and CAC gained by 0.02%. These are the European market conditions. When you are looking to the Asian market conditions, Asian markets opened in green, and majority of the markets are trading in green. This is one of the positive indication of the today's market. Okay, so let us have a glance at the individual indices as well as the sectoral indices. I'll take you to the individual indices and sectoral indices. Now, let me take the first indices, that is a Nifty. So Nifty also we will look into, and how it behaved last week, and what's the current trend also we will discuss. What we are looking at is the Nifty spot market. So Nifty spot market is showing us a few things here. That is, when you are looking into the overall trend from the past, say from the day when it started moving from 19th of May, the upward trend, which continued to go up till say the highest point what touched is 11,777. After that, it made a lower top and start falling. It broke the trend line also. But the interesting thing here is, after making a lower top and breaking the trend line, support level also is broken. Now it is inching towards and recovering whatever the loss it incurred the entire stretch. So currently, when we are looking into the spot Nifty, the immediate resistance is coming at this area. This is 11,520. So this is the important area which is likely to be resisted in the coming days. As well, when you look into the support area, which is hovering around 11,240. This is the two important area for Nifty. I can say 11,520 for easy to remember. We can say this is support is at 11,220. These are the two important area which we can identify for the overall support and resistance of the spot Nifty. Let us also have a glance at the important indices. I will take you to the sectoral indices. We will start with bank. So when you look into the banking index, actually it made a very sharp upward momentum on last Thursday. This upward momentum, whether it can hold good, is a question, because the government stand on the interest on the current loan, interest on interest stand also will make a lot of difference. But despite all the uncertainties on those issues, the bank Nifty or Nifty Bank is now currently on the upward move. The current scenario also, when you looked into, the trend is sharply up. Let us hold the view till it continue to go up. Then next is auto. The auto sector actually showed a good momentum in the last week, no, beginning of the last week, and it is now consolidating. The positive thing for the index is that the sales, auto sales are better than expected, so it will have some strength for the day also. And the whole week, when you looked into that, it moved up. Overall, last 4 days, when you looked into it, moved up nicely and consolidating. We'll have to see whether it's able to make another breakthrough for the day. And any breakthrough also will have a limitation that the next resistance level is close to this area. Then next we look into FMCG. The FMCG is one of the sector which really revived after a big setback. Now we are seeing this sector making a comeback. After the fall continuously, you can see here, after the sharp fall from its peak, and now it making some kind of a recovery. This is also, we can call it a pullback rally in general, but the pullback rally also giving some hope that it is making some kind of higher bottom, that is giving a hope that upward momentum may continue if any positive news flow is coming in. This is the FMCG situation. Then we look into the pharma sector, that's a healthcare sector. The healthcare sector, actually it was doing excellent job after the market crash in the March. Then continuous upward momentum is there. Currently you can see there is a big consolidation. Overall, when you look into, there is a big consolidation is happening. And the current scenario, if you look into last 4 days, it is moving in the narrow range. Now we'll have to see whether it will have a breakout. If the Nifty is moving up, we'll have to check whether other pharma companies also will come along. But it is also very close to the upper range of this sideways momentum. Now it is a flat trend. Next, we look into the IT. So IT is one of the sector which is having a lot of big expectation. Uh, when you look into the chart, you can see here it is making a stroke of upward momentum from the 2nd September, and all along it was going up on 23rd and 24th. You can see there was a sharp correction, but it recouped a majority of this correction. It is likely to move further for two reasons. One is technically now the way it rebound, it is showing a lot of strength to move up continuously from its support level. Of course, there is a big resistance nearby, but still, what we can look at is that there is a possibility it could break. The IT companies are likely to come out with the results in the coming days. So there will be a lot of expectation, and TCS also is planning for a buyback. All that will put a lot of positive impact on this. Once it breaks this resistance, then definitely IT is going to make a big breakthrough. Then comes metal, and metal sectors are showing some kind of a recovery after the big fall. This recovery, what we are seeing now, whether it will be a short-lived, yes, there is a possibility it could be a short-lived, because Friday the entire metal segment in the international market were down. We'll have to see whether that will also be impacted after the race for last say about 4 days, and it's not able to hold on further. The overall trend is down. The trend is now still continuing, but the line what I have drawn will be the important line for making a changes. Let us see in a day or two, if the market also gives a support and metal breaks this level, then there will be a fresh upward momentum can happen. This is the sectoral view of the market. So let us also now go and look into the other part of our discussion. I'm taking you next to sectoral indices. We are going to look into the FI and DI activities. Of course, the beginning of October is good for us because FIs are strong buyers, and they bought to the tune of 1,632 crores in the cash segment, and DI also bought to the tune of 259 crores. So both are giving us a positive indication. So I already had a market analysis of Nifty. I hope the levels what you have made a note could be helpful. Then stock for the day. When you are looking into the stock, now let me also look into the important stock for our analysis. I'm just taking you to the stock which we wanted to look into is the TCS. TCS is having a lot of positive news now. Let us also look into how technically it is behaving. Look at this. All odds in the market are nothing stops its upward momentum. Currently, if you see, it is almost, I'm just changing this chart into weekly, also into monthly. This is all-time high. So TCS is making an all-time high and continue to make its upward momentum for one reason. The results are going to be announced. And second thing is that buyback announcements. All that will push the TCS stock to a great extent. I wanted to look into slightly in the micro level also how it is behaving now. The micro level also, when you are watching this, the stock really making some kind of a rounding bottom here. This rounding bottom is successful, then it can break this resistance level. This is 2537. So this 2537 is the immediate resistance. If this is broken, then there is a possibility this stock can make. So another say about no 80 to 100 rupees up move. This is we are discussing on uh, micro level. This is stock of the day. We are discussing TCS. Okay, this is one stock I want to take it for discussion. So futures Nifty analysis, Ektra is doing it on every day in Ektra TV Tamil channel at 11 a.m. And futures live analysis, Nifty live analysis in the English channel at 11:15 a.m. You can also watch. Also, you can put on your queries in the form of comment box, or you can also send your queries into info@ektra.in. We will look into and answer to you in the further videos when we are having weekly. Every week we are going to have the weekly roundup, so we'll be answering in that. Also, another good news for you, there is a product called Timer. This is a short-term investment guidance product which is free now. You can visit ektra.in and go to the guidance page and click on Timer and get the full detail and subscribe it. It is free, so that you can also get the short-term delivery based buying opportunity uh, in the short run. And we also conduct regular training programs. Some of the programs details I have given here. So we have got fundamental analysis 10th and 11th in both the languages, English and Tamil, and 17th and 8th we have technical analysis in English and Tamil. Also we have on 24th, 25th futures and options in both the languages in English and Tamil. These are the schedule of ECTRA's training programs. I hope you like this video. You can also subscribe and click the bell button for notification. Also, just click on the like button and share to your friends. So put your comments and your requirement, your doubts, all queries can be put in. Regularly visit ektra.in for further updation. Thank you very much.